Hello everybody. Today I will discuss repo rate versus bank rate. You know that two credit control measures are there. One is the quantitative credit control and another one is the selective credit control. So in quantitative credit control measure, the first component is bank rate or repo rate. So it is one of the credit control measure of the central bank to control credit and money supply in the economy. So today I will discuss what is the meaning of repo rate and what is the meaning of bank rate. So first one, repo rate. It is the rate at which commercial banks borrow from RBI for short period of time by selling securities or bonds with an agreement to repurchase the securities on a certain date at a predetermined price. So again I want to clarify it. It is the rate at which RBI lending to the commercial banks for short period of time against approved securities, and RBI make agreement with the commercial banks to repurchase the securities by the commercial banks on a certain date at a predetermined price. Alternatively, the repo rate is the rate at which commercial banks borrow from RBI against approved securities. Commercial banks selling securities to the RBI for this short period loan, and also agreement with the RBI to repurchase these securities on a certain date at a predetermined price. I want to give one example. Suppose repo rate is 10%. The loan amount borrowed by a commercial bank from the RBI is 10,000. Then the interest paid to the RBI will be rupees 1,000. The commercial bank borrowed rupees 10,000 from RBI for short period of time. Repo rate is 10%. Then the commercial bank will pay rupees 1,000 as interest. So according to an agreement, on a specific date, the commercial bank repurchase the securities by paying rupees 11,000. Loan amount plus interest. The particular date, the commercial bank paid rupees 11,000 because already the commercial bank made agreement with the RBI. This rupees 11,000 is the pre-determined price. Okay. So in this repo rate, bonds and collaterals involved for charging repo rate. If the commercial banks want to borrow from RBI, then they must sell some collateral assets or bonds. Okay, selling some approved securities to the RBI and also make agreement with the RBI to repurchase these assets on a specific future date at a predetermined price. Predetermined price means how much loan amount the commercial bank borrowed from RBI plus interest. Always repo rate is less than the bank rate. Under repo rate, duration of the loan given to commercial banks by the RBI is up to 90 days because it is a short period loan. When the commercial banks need financial requirement in short period of time, then through repo rate commercial banks borrowed from RBI. So under repo rate RBI lending to the commercial banks for short period of time. It is used to maintain liquidity in the banking sector. Because you know that central bank or RBI is the lender of the last resort. When the commercial bank need any financial requirement or in emergency when the commercial bank need money, then at that time commercial bank selling securities to the RBI and borrow the amount for short period of time, and again the commercial bank repurchase the securities on a specific date. The commercial bank must make agreement on this specific date, again I will repurchase my securities. Okay, and also price is predetermined one, because price is how much amount you borrowed plus interest you pay back to the RBI and again repurchase your assets. So it is used to maintain liquidity in the banking sector. So in this case the commercial bank selling securities and make agreement with the RBI to buy back the securities in a particular future date by paying the predetermined price. Predetermined price is how much amount borrowed plus interest. Next one, to control inflation. Suppose one question is coming, what is repo rate? And how can inflation control through repo rate? So during inflationary situation, RBI hike the repo rate to control the liquidity in banking system. So when RBI hike the repo rate, then short-term borrowing from RBI is costly one for the commercial banks. Okay, because repo rate generally indirectly it is the rate at which commercial banks borrow from RBI for short period of time against approved securities. So when the RBI hike the repo rate at inflationary situation, when price level continuously increases, then RBI hike the repo rate. So borrowing from RBI is costly one. So in this case commercial banks charge high rate of interest from the public. When the RBI charge more rate of interest from the commercial banks, then similarly commercial banks also charge high rate of interest from the public. Then borrowing from the commercial banks also dearer one, costly one. Demand for credit reduces. So people are hesitate, people are reluctant to borrow from commercial banks. So demand for credit reduces and less money goes to the economy. It leads to decrease in money supply. And decrease in money supply leads to decrease in aggregate demand on goods and services. So once aggregate demand on goods and services decreases, then automatically price level decreases and inflationary situation eliminated. So just to remember, during inflationary time, RBI hike the repo rate. RBI charge high rate of interest for lending to commercial banks. So borrowing from RBI is costly one. So when RBI charge high rate of interest for lending to commercial banks, similarly commercial banks lending to the public at high rate of interest. So for public also borrowing is costly one. So they are hesitate to borrow more funds from commercial banks. So due to this money supply decreases and it leads to decrease in aggregate demand on goods and services, and automatically price level decreases and inflation situation controlled. Just opposite situation to control deflation. Deflation when continuously price level decreases. So in this situation RBI reduce the repo rate to inject more liquidity in the banking system. So reduce the repo rate means RBI charge less rate of interest for lending to the commercial banks against approved securities for short period of time. So short term borrowing from RBI is cheaper one for the commercial banks. So in this case, commercial banks borrow more funds from the RBI by selling securities. So automatically excess reserve of the commercial banks increases. When commercial banks getting loan facilities from the RBI at less rate of interest, so in this case definitely commercial banks lending to the public by charging less rate of interest. So borrowing from the commercial banks is cheaper one. So borrowing from the commercial banks is cheaper one means public want to borrow more funds from the commercial banks. So money supply increases and it leads to increase in aggregate demand on goods and services. You know that once aggregate demand on goods and services increases means also the price level increases and deflationary situation controlled. So it is the repo rate. Then I will discuss bank rate. Bank rate is the rate at which the commercial banks borrow from RBI for longer period of time through discounting bills of exchange. Here there is no involvement of any collateral or bonds. There is no need to sell securities to the RBI by the commercial banks for borrowing. It is simply the rate at which the commercial banks borrow from the RBI for longer period of time through discounting bills of exchange. Repo rate, commercial banks fulfill their financial requirements through borrowing from RBI for short period of time. But in case of bank rate, commercial banks borrow from RBI for a long period of time through discounting bills of exchange. Discounting bills of exchange, just I want to discuss, I want to clarify it. Bills of exchange, it is a paper signed by the debtor and the creditor for fixed amount payable in a fixed date. Suppose in this case, the paper signed by the creditor is RBI and debtor is commercial bank. So it is a paper signed by the RBI and the commercial bank. And the commercial bank may make commitment that the fixed amount must be payable on a fixed date. Because bank rate for long period of time means under bank rate, when the commercial banks borrow from RBI, then the commercial bank can take loan up to 1 year. In case of repo rate, you know that a short period means up to 90 days. But here the commercial bank borrow from RBI up to 1 year. So for example, you see, suppose one bill of exchange, suppose its market value is 1 lakh. Suppose RBI charge discount rate 20%. So 20% of 1 lakh, it is 20,000. So RBI deduct 20,000. And by accepting bill of market value 1 lakh, RBI lend 80,000 to the commercial bank. And in this case, commercial bank make commitment to pay back the fixed amount. To pay back the fixed amount on a fixed date. Fixed amount means 80,000 plus interest. In this case, there is no need to deposit any collaterals or bonds or to sell any collateral assets or bonds to the RBI. So simply it is the rate at which the commercial banks borrow from RBI for longer period of time. Alternatively, simply I have written, it is the rate at which RBI lending to the commercial banks for longer period of time. Under bank rate, there is no repurchase agreement with the RBI. there is no repurchase agreement. But in case of repo rate, a repurchase agreement is there. The commercial bank make agreement. Commercial bank may make agreement to buy back the securities on a specific date at a predetermined price. But here there is no repurchase agreement. Under this rate, no collaterals or bonds involved. Already I told, in repo rate, commercial bank selling securities, but here there is no selling of securities. Under this rate, RBI lending to the commercial banks is up to 1 year duration. In case of repo rate, 90 days, up to 90 days. For this reason, under repo rate, commercial banks borrow from RBI for short period of time. And here up to 1 year means it is long period of time. Under bank rate, commercial banks borrow from RBI for a longer period of time means it is up to 1 year. Always bank rate is more than the repo rate. Always bank rate is more than the repo rate, because in case of repo rate, commercial banks selling securities make repurchase agreement, but in bank rate there is no need of any type of collateral assets or bonds, or there is no any repurchase agreement. For this reason, bank rate is more than repo rate. Almost both are same. Bank rate, RBI lending to the commercial banks for longer period of time, but in case of repo rate, RBI lending to the commercial banks for short period of time. Okay, so here bank rate, there is no need of any collateral assets, but in case of repo rate, collateral assets required. For this reason, always bank rate is more than repo rate. Similarly, to control inflation through bank rate. During inflationary situation, RBI again raise the bank rate. RBI hike the bank rate. So long-term borrowing from RBI is dearer one. When long-term borrowing from RBI is dearer one, then similarly commercial banks raise the lending rate. Commercial banks charge high rate of interest from the public. So borrowing from the commercial banks is costly one for the public. So when borrowing from the commercial banks is costly one for the public, then demand for credit reduces and it leads to decrease in money supply. Decrease in money supply leads to decrease in aggregate demand on goods and services. So when demand on goods and services decreases, then price level reduced, so inflationary situation controlled. Similarly, to control deflation through bank rate, RBI reduced the bank rate to inject more liquidity in the banking system. Long-term borrowing from RBI is cheaper one, because RBI charge less rate of interest for lending to the commercial banks for long period of time. So long-term borrowing from the RBI is cheaper one. When long-term borrowing from RBI is cheaper one, similarly commercial banks also lending to the public at low rate of interest. When commercial banks lending to the public at low rate of interest, commercial banks charge less rate of interest for lending to the public, then public are ready to borrow more funds from the commercial banks because rate of interest is low. So demand for credit increases. It leads to increase in money supply. When money supply increases, then aggregate demand on goods and services increases. So price level increases. So deflationary situation controlled. So remember, increase in bank rate directly affects the lending rates offered to the customers, restricting the people to avail loans, and damages the overall economic growth. So in this case, actually, in case of bank rate, it directly affects the lending rates offered to the customers, directly restricting the people to avail loans, and automatically it dampen the overall economic growth of the economy. Whereas increase in repo rate is usually handled by the banks. Repo rate to RBI lending to the commercial banks for short period of time, but when RBI generally increase the repo rate, then it is usually handled by the banks, and its impact is there, but does not affect customers directly. But in case of bank, when bank rate hikes, then it directly affects the customers. But in case of repo rate, actually it is handled by the banks, but does not affect customers directly. So question is a difference between repo rate and bank rate. Repo rate, basically it is repurchasing rate. So commercial banks selling securities to the RBI for borrowing, and also make agreement to buy back the securities on a specific date at a predetermined price. Predetermined price is principal loan amount plus interest, but specific date must be mentioned. On this date, the particular commercial bank make agreement with the RBI to repurchase my assets and pay back the principal loan amount plus interest. So already I have discussed everything. So easily you can differentiate between bank rate and repo rate. In case of bank rate, there is no involvement of collaterals. There is no need of the commercial banks to sell any securities or bonds. But in case of repo rate, there is involvement of collateral and bonds. Bank rate is more than the repo rate, and always repo rate is less than the bank rate. Through repo rate, commercial banks fulfill their financial requirements for short period of time, but through bank rate, commercial banks fulfill their financial requirements for long period of time. Bank rate, increase in bank rate directly affect the lending rates offered to the customers, and directly damages the overall economic growth. But due to the hike in repo rate, it is basically handled by the banks and does not affect directly to the customers. So in this way, actually, you can differentiate between bank rate and repo rate. So thank you. If you like my version, then do not forget to click on my subscribe button in my YouTube video. Thank you. Then next I will discuss open market opportunity.